Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist YouTube channel. Got some more scouting to go through today, guys, from the game week gone by. If you do like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And you can support this content now, guys, for just 99p by clicking that join button below. Your support is really appreciated. Okay then, let's kick off with today's scouting. So we're going to be scouting the Turkish Superliga today and also some players from the Liga Portugal as well. We'll start with the Turkish Superliga though. Let's see what I've gone for then as the first pick from the game week just gone by. First player I've gone for is Gülhem of Konyaspor, a defender who is only 33, so he's getting on a little bit, but he has got a contract till June 2024 with Konyaspor. Price is looking pretty decent as well for a player who's going to be getting you these consistent scores in the 60s and 70s, with also some 80s and a 97 more recently here as well. So he's looking a really good option to me with some fantastic AA as well of 20.4. He's looking a really good option, and in the last two games he's actually got an assist. He got an assist in this game here as well. A 2-1 win against Trabzonspor, and he scored 80.5 in that game in terms of his points. But as you can see, he has got a few assists previously as well. The odd goal as well, and he's getting some good scores in general. This season for Konyaspor, he's started 29 games. As you can see, he's a very attacking player, plays on the left of defence for Konyaspor. He does take corners as well, that's probably where his assists are coming from. And he's been in 3 Team of the Weeks on SofaScore, 2 goals so far and 6 assists. He's created 10 big chances with an average of 2.4 key passes per game. Accurate pass numbers don't look too bad at 33, and he's contributed to 8 clean sheets so far. He's also got 1.3 interceptions, 1.8 tackles and 1.6 clearances, which is looking really impressive. So I think Konyaspor is definitely a decent looking option, especially at these sort of prices as well, with the rest of this season and next season in mind. Next player is Arthur Musaku, who plays for Besiktas. He's got a contract to the end of the current season because he's actually on loan from West Ham United in the English Premier League. Now the ideal scenario here would probably, if he does stay in the Turkish League, that would be the best scenario if he does get a permanent deal with the Turkish side. But we'll see what happens there. Might be worth monitoring though, but he's certainly scoring well, the defender in the Turkish Super League. We can see this from his scores. We've just filtered this to the Besiktas scores. We can see he's been doing really well at the Turkish club, with some really good scores in the 70s. And a couple of 90 scores as well. He's also got 17.4 average AA score. And he's playing at left back for Besiktas, getting some really good scores as well, getting some assists. He's even got a goal here as well. So he's looking a pretty decent option if he is going to stay in the Turkish League. So he started 27 games this season for Besiktas, so he's been ever present for them as an important player. 4 Team of the Weeks as well, 2 goals and 5 assists so far. He's also averaging 2 big chances and 1.4 key passes per game. 37 accurate passes, looks good as well. And he's averaging 2.3 tackles per game and 1 clearance per game as well. And he's actually winning 61% of his duels as well in defence. So I think he's a pretty good option, guys. But like I say, he's probably wanted him to stay in the Turkish League rather than move into the Premier League. His scores are probably going to suffer if he does move back to West Ham. If you look at his scores when he was at West Ham, there were still some decent scores, but obviously he wasn't playing that many matches. Just filtered to the games he started. He still wasn't doing too bad, I suppose, but most of the time he was out of the team, not really getting any minutes, unfortunately. But yeah, I think he's looking a decent option if he does stay in Turkey. So let's have a quick look at the league table then in Turkey as it stands. So we've got Galatasaray at the top of the table with 6 games to play, clear by 3 points at the moment. Fenerbahce not far behind, of course, and Besiktas as well in those European spots. At the bottom of the table, we've got Giresunspor, then we've got Gaziantep. They've obviously lost a lot of players due to the earthquake in Turkey. Maranyaspor near the bottom as well, joint bottom actually with Hatayspor. Still 6 games to play though in this division, and as you can see, Galatasaray at the moment sit top of the pile. So let's move on to the Portuguese league then, the players that I've gone for in that division. So the first one is a little bit of an obvious one, but I thought about get it out of the way on these videos just so we've got that scouting for this player who is one of the best defenders on Sorare at the moment, never mind in the Challenger division, but also in all the divisions as well. and that is Grimaldo. He's only 27 as well. Now his contract looks like it's going to expire at the end of this season with Benfica, and there has been a few Premier League sides interested in him, including Newcastle United. So whether this guy is going to be on the move, that's something to maybe check out, and it could potentially suffer in terms of his scores if he does get a move away. But at the moment, while he's still in Portugal, he's a fantastic player to have. So looking at his scores then, we can see that why he's one of the best defenders on the platform. With a fantastic all-round score of 26.3. He is quite an attacking player as well, plays on the left back position for Benfica. We can see he's got a number of assists as well and goals. And also a number of fantastic scores, including plenty of 100 scores as well. So he's looking at a really solid option. This season for Benfica, he started 29 games, appeared in 9 Team of the Weeks on SofaScore, 3 goals, 1.2 shots per game, 8 assists as well, and 17 big chances created. He's also averaging 2.1 key passes per game, which is looking fantastic, and a fantastic 51 accurate passes per game as well. Not only that, he's contributed to 14 clean sheets, and he's having some good average defensive numbers, especially interceptions and tackles, where he's got 1.2 and 2.3 respectively. I think he's looking an absolutely fantastic choice in your Sorare teams, but there is that risk, of course, of him potentially moving to a more difficult league, and that could affect his scores potentially. The next player I've gone for in the Portuguese league is Adese of Benfica. He's of course a goalkeeper. He's only 29 still, and he's got a long contract with Benfica as well till 2027. He's going for around 61 for his limited at the moment, which is looking pretty good for a quality keeper, and around 591 on auction for his rare. Looking at his scores then, in his last 51 matches for Benfica, he's kept 28 clean sheets. That's why he's getting all these scores in the 60s and 70 range. He's keeping plenty of clean sheets. And that's what we're wanting really from our goalkeepers. So he's certainly a really good goalkeeper who's going to be getting you plenty of good scores as well, and plenty of clean sheets. He's also an international for Greece as well. He's the Greek number 1. So you've also got the international utility as well with Odysseys. We have a look at his statistics from the season then with Benfica. 30 games started. He's appeared in 2 Team of the Weeks. He's averaging 1.5 saves per game, so that's telling me that Benfica are not really having much goal threat from the opponents that they're facing. But he is saving 73% of the shots on his goal, and he's only conceded 17 this season in 30 games. He's kept a total of 19 clean sheets as well this season from those 30 games, which is absolutely fantastic. So he's a really, really solid keeper, this guy's to have in your collection. And I think he's not looking too bad in terms of his price on his limited and his rare as well, because he's going to continue to get those clean sheets, long contract as well, and the international utility. So then let's have a look at the Portuguese table at the moment then. So we've got Benfica sitting at the top, 5 points clear at the moment. Porto not too far behind. There's only 4 games left in this campaign as well in the Portuguese league. And making up the rest of the European qualification spots, we've got Braga, Sporting and Arouca are in there as well. But it looks like they are going to have to fight for that place with Vitória and Famalicão, who are not too far behind. At the bottom of the table, we've got Maritimo, Pacos de Ferreira as well as down there. And rock bottom is Santa Clara, who've only won 3 games, drawn 7 and lost 20. So they're looking more likely, well, it looks like they are going to potentially get relegated, judging by the league table as it stands. So that was the end of this scouting video for the Portuguese and the Turkish division. If you like the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can now become a member of this channel as well to support this content going forward for just 99p. So you can do that by clicking that join button below. Okay, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again on the next video.